Imagine being on the hook for a $28,000 loan for a car that you never had.
Fox 5's John Deutzman tonight with a story about a car deal that sounds so absurd that the victim is having a hard time getting anyone to listen.
You have a loan for $28,000.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
But no car.
No car.
Herman Matos Feliz is a limo driver, and his problems began at this car dealership in Long Island City called Executive Motors. Back in February, Herman wanted to buy a 2007 Lincoln Town Car and signed this deal, which included a loan for more than $28,000, which when paid off would cost more than $31 grand. But Herman backed out of the deal and never got the car.
Everyone, including the dealer, admits the deal was canceled. There was no car exchange. So what happened a month and a half later makes no sense.
Herman started getting these notices from the bank. Fifth Third Bank, a bank based in Ohio. This one said he was late on his first monthly payment and owed more than $1,000. Then another. This total was more than $2,000, all for a car he never bought. That's almost unbelievable. Like when you guys first called me, I thought you guys were crazy. That's how crazy this is.
Crazy.
Oh, it gets even crazier. Herman, who struggles with English, brought his niece, Elenice, to the dealer to try to straighten out the mess.
The lady said that, yeah, they're going to take care of that. It was canceled. So they was going to pay the loan. So we left thinking that they were going to fix the problem.
But the problem was not fixed. Herman kept getting letters and phone calls from the bank.
We called the bank and we explained to them that we didn't have a car, but they didn't believe us.
The plot thickens when the boss at Executive Motors, Ariel Tarani, finally explains to them that even though the canceled deal was signed at his dealership in Long Island City, that the contract, if you read it, was actually with Falcon Hyundai some 40 miles away in Westchester, Bedford Hills, a dealership that went bankrupt. And somehow Falcon Hyundai, before they went belly up, received the 28 grand for Herman's loan from Fifth Third Bank, even though a car was never sold. And the money would be tied up in bankruptcy proceedings.
How's it going?
Here, when Fox 5 went undercover to see the boss of Executive Motors with a hidden camera, he kept on pointing the finger at Falcon Hyundai, the deadbeat dealership.
We never got funded on this deal. Falcon Hyundai was the party that got funded from this contract. We know that he canceled. We sent a copy of the cancellation to Falcon Hyundai. They are aware of it.
Now, one thing Ariel failed to tell the victim and us up to this point is that he's one of the owners of Falcon Hyundai, the place he points the finger at, the place that somehow got $28,000 from the bank for a loan for a car deal that was canceled.
He even suggested that Herman, whose credit is starting to get hurt by this deal, start making payments on the car that doesn't exist.
If he pays payments to save his credit, if he wants us to pay the payments, I mean, I know he didn't get the car.
Sure didn't sound right, so it was time for us to pay Ariel Tarani at Executive Motors a visit in person.
I forwarded all the information to Falcon Hyundai, and they fully, they've shown that they're responsible. They've said that they're responsible for the loan. If it was something that came to us, I would have taken care of it, but that the funds were transferred to Falcon Hyundai, so it has to be handled through them.
Right. But you're part of Falcon Hyundai.
We are not a part of Falcon Hyundai.
You're 30% owner.
I'm one of the principal officers, and that's why I'm giving you this information. But this operation has nothing to do with Falcon Hyundai.
The screwy deal that this guy got involved in has to do with you because your name's on both places.
You say it's screwy. I don't think it's screwy.
Do you think it's screwy that a guy's getting letters from the bank for a car that he doesn't have?
Well, it was through a company that went bankrupt.
Your company?
I was one of the principal owners. I wasn't involved with the actual processing of the application.
The deal is canceled. There's no car, but there's still a loan. That seems weird.
It's not weird.
How does a bank give $30,000 for a car that doesn't exist?
You can consult your lawyer and they'll explain that to you.
As Ariel walked away requesting us to talk to lawyers about this convoluted deal, the ultimate question is, what is Herman, a man who could barely speak English, supposed to do? On the hook for 30 grand for a car he never had.
He trusted them. That's what happened. He trusted them and he thought that they could help him. But look what happened.
The good news here is after Fox 5 got involved, the bank says they are now backing off. They're not going to be sending Herman any letters or making any phone calls. And the dealer here, Ariel, says he wished he could do more, but he's not allowed to do more because of the bankruptcy. I'm John Deutzman, Fox 5 News.
And John tells us that this case is being investigated by the city's Department of Consumer Affairs, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and Fifth Third Bank. Ernie.
And John is also hoping that someone out there can explain how a car loan can be issued without a car involved. Well, you can go to John Deutzman's blog, chime in with your opinion.
I don't know if there is an explanation for that.
Someone's looking for it.